remote stretch of desert, far from public record, something ancient stirred beneath the sand. A craft never cataloged, never acknowledged, yet unmistakably real. But they were not alone.
As unidentified personnel descended on the scene, a window of opportunity began to close.
They're seconds away.
They would have to move quickly before the evidence vanished. For some, the truth is classified.
But for others, it must be heard.
Welcome back.
Back with another banger.
It's the React Files.
And explore the weird.
What's good, Ted?
You know, enjoying life, but we were just a few weeks ago talking about the moon, and now we're talking about the astronauts coming back from the moon.
Hey, go figure, right? What's up, chat? How y'all doing tonight?
Chat's going wild. I already see. Hey, let me kick it off with the music.
Let's kick it off. Let's get a gong for the chat.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear that? Is that good enough? Let me see. Boom. Yo, chat's already live. It's Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We do a Friday live stream every Friday. Q and I, hey, we react to the videos. Love to have you here.
That's right.
Going on. We already got Samo in the building.
Shout out to Samo.
What's going on? Mumsy.
Mumsy. Shout out to the Down Under. Couch Potato. One Love.
Chuck Biker.
Biker, what's up? Blue Rose.
Early.
Hello,
indeed. Let me see here.
Choo choo. And what's up?
You already hear the choo choo? Oh,
yes.
I hearing it too.
There we go.
Back
Sherry.
with another banger.
Yeet.
Sherry knows. Sherry's in the know.
Happy
Alongside
Friday.
Angela and
See you,
Josh.
Sherry. Shout out to Angela. Shout out to Joshua.
Hey, we got Joe as well.
Joe Breeden in the building. What's up, bro?
Wow. Bless the fall.
Good to see you, man.
Nonprofit
In the building.
Man, Nonprofit's been consistent. I feel like he's been here every week. Never on schedule, always on time. Let's get the train going in.
Yeet.
What it do? Veronica.
Veronica. Word.
As you guys know, we watch creepy, strange, weird
Indigo,
for
what's
you
up?
page content. We got a lot of videos lined up. Hopefully, you guys are ready.
That's right. For entertainment purposes only.
Let's go. Just gonna stop the music for a hot second. Boop. Oh, doesn't like me today. Let's see.
NASA, please stop showing us AI-generated images, pointless footage of actors floating in a production studio. It's boring and it does nothing for us but diverting our attention away from the important issues. They've been lying since their creation in 1958. In today's adjusted dollar value, they took almost $2 trillion of taxpayer money to basically end up in the ocean. That's around $30 billion a year to make us believe that they're so great and powerful. If they really have all this amazing technology and want to inspire the world like they claim so adamantly, why don't they spend that money showing families how to be self-sustainable with their renewable energy and growing organic crops and developing healthy habits? But like I said in my previous video, that doesn't fit with the agenda of population control. So they're just manipulating our perception of reality. If we want to accomplish something great, we should never wait for someone to do it for us or live vicariously through the fake accomplishments of government institutions. We have to believe in the power we have to be in the driver's seat and take back control of our minds.
Straight from the underworld, coming from the underground.
Very interesting.
Trillions of taxpayers' dollars end up in the ocean. Shout out to Lenny
it was
Boy.
that much money?
I mean, with adjusted value, no. That's
It don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all. You know?
A lot of things don't make sense. And I'm telling you, like, hey, this trip around the moon is also not making sense. Did we learn anything new? Seems like we know the same exact information before we went up and after we came back as well. Oh, sorry, we haven't come back yet. Are we about to come back?
When do they land? Do you know?
Have they already landed?
They may have.
Would they ever leave? These are the real questions.
Would they ever tell us if they brought back something or found something?
they'd go to a different channel, and then years later we would find out that there was an entire discussion happening about being watched the entire time they were there.
It'll end up on Ancient Aliens.
Aliens. Nah, man, now I don't have my crazy hair. I can't. It doesn't look the same.
It's okay. It'll grow back.
That's true. Give it like 2 months.
Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Thanks here.
Shout
Artemis.
out to Cuban Melanin.
Oh, let's go. Cuban Melanin. Sup,
Cuban in the
people
building.
in the
What's up?
building.
What's up?
I was thinking a NASA is a psychopath with their lies. I read in MSM mainstream media today that they're bracing for a
fireball landing. Whoa!
Are all the landings supposed to be fireballs?
Whoa!
Kamehamehas?
Wow! Straight into the ocean.
Best place to go. Point Nemo everywhere, all the time.
That's very interesting right there. That's something to think about. Will we see that live on TV? Like, would it just cut the feed? Breaking news. Artemis returns. And it's like flamed up. You know what I mean?
Dude, do you know something that we don't?
Yo, just hit the gong.
Are you predicting? Are you a fortune teller? Have
Boom.
you seen this story before?
Hey, I you know.
Yes, you do, Indigo, and you are proud. Recently, Indigo won the award in my live chat for dirtiest goons. So
nice, shout out,
proud. Number one.
Let's get a gong for that.
Gong for that. Let's go.
Nice.
I've made it live. What's going on?
Welcome, John Doe. What's good? Smoke that like. That's right. Appreciate you. No doubt. Why?
Joe coming in with the zingers.
Right. They couldn't afford to attach live streaming cameras to outside of that Artemis capsule. Exactly, Cody. That's a wonderful question. Can't say we don't have Can't say we don't have the technology, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how hard would it be? just throw a ring door cam on that joint, you know?
Yes. Cody. The news says California will hear terrifying sonic
boom. Kyle.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit off the coast of LA, I believe. Not LA, but California.
Oh wait, it doesn't go to Point Nemo? It's in like retrievable like area?
I think that's that's the projected landing spot.
Oh, because they don't know for sure. It's just all like
right.
Cool.
So far, accordingly, you never know. Hopefully, the wind ain't blowing too bad. You know what I mean? I want to blow it off course or nothing. You know?
Dude, don't tell me that. I'm like one wrong calculation, and what was supposed to be California, it's in Indonesia.
You know, NASA has that. Right. You never know. NASA or it can land in Area 51 or something. You know what I mean?
They counted for everything except for that solar wind. I'm like, what's solar wind?
Yo, great question, Joe. He said, why can't you take pictures with their iPhones if they have them up there? That's a great point. They said they was up there with iPhones. That's great quality.
Really? They have iPhones up there and they can't. Oh, yeah. He says it right here.
They have iPhones. They do. You know, just hang it out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, not hang it out the window, but, you know, put it up to the window.
Hey, I just got Indigo and wow.
Indigo in the building. Come on. Woo!
Heavy and dirty.
I'm trying to change my name to Old Dirty.
Love to see it. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Old Dirty Indigo.
Is that like
I like it?
You know how they make a new Crayola color all the time? That's what I like. My mind went to. It's the new Dirty Indigo. Screw the old Dirty Indigo.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. How do you?
Let's go, Miss Me.
Hey, Miss Me. What it do?
Ancient sealed papyrus scrolls untouched for 3,000 years have just been discovered in Egypt, and no one yet knows what's written inside. I'm an anthropologist, so I'm extra excited. Hidden inside a burial chamber in the Luxor West Bank, these scrolls were found preserved in a ceramic vessel, completely sealed since antiquity, meaning whatever knowledge that they contain about our ancient past or our origins have yet to be revealed. And right now, experts are racing to restore and decode the scrolls because whatever was written inside had just been buried. It was deliberately sealed off from the world for nearly 3,000 years until now.
Hey, type scroll in the chat.
I don't
Yo.
even know what's gonna happen. Like, what's
Yo,
the
shout out to Ariana Masters. Yo, you see Laura Gochiega right there? She types scroll in the comments. She's always saying type scroll. She's right there. It says scroll. Laura Gochiega.
Here, yes.
Right.
Oh my God, this is that Laura person. That
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, he's talking about type scroll, right?
My.
The scrolls
God,
are found. We talked about that last. Let's get a gong for that.
He
Shout out
always
to Laura
says that.
Gochiega.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Shout out to Ariana Masters.
I was like, who, what, Laura? Where's Laura?
Yeah.
Laura in the chat.
Right there. Scroll.
Oh my God, what is that?
Hey.
What's that Indigo going?
Shout out to
dirty?
Indigo.
Get
Thank
on
you
us
so
from
much,
dirty
brother.
Indigo.
Yes. Gotta keep it rolling. Yeet. Looking awesome, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Keeping it real and dirty.
It's going haywire.
It's going haywire. They don't want me to talk to you. Oh man, they watching us, Joe. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah, we got Jay Mills.
Jay Mills in the building. It's good, Jay.
Put that back where it came from, or so help me. Wait, what? The scroll?
Put that back where it came from.
You think they can read the scroll and they'll decipher it correctly?
Well, that's interesting right there. How are they able to decipher? How do they know what language it is, you know?
I was recently watching a video about the Tibetan scrolls that were like thousands of years old and how they're leveraging like new AI methods to like decipher what it says, and you know what could have taken years for humans is now through AI. We're going to be able to decode all the things very quickly. And I'm like, bro, I mean, like, is AI at that state that we can do that quickly?
It's like based on ancient Sumerian text.
Yeah, I'm like, are we blindly gonna believe the AI? It's like, trust me on this, bro. I deciphered it. This is how you get the power and vision of Ra.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, I want that Ra power, man. I want to be the sun god. Oh God.
Like based on the ancient findings of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like you just gotta go get those Shangri-La stones. Once you have the Shangri-La stones, everything. Sorry,
Right.
Sankari stones, but
Let's get a gong for that.
I want the Shangri-La stones, bro.
Let's get a gong for the Shangri-La stones.
That don't exist. Oh.
Shout outs to Amber. Shout outs to Christy Yan.
It was so good. That was so good.
Shout outs to Steve.
I missed it.
This might look like a Dementor from Harry Potter, but it's actually a silk-covered mannequin sent to the edge of space. It's part of Mission Terrone, an art and science project created by the Dorothy Project and artistic director of Terrone, Maximilian Canepa. According to the team, the goal is to explore our relationship with the planet, inspired by the overview effect astronauts feel looking back at Earth. The process wasn't a simple one. To make it, the team made an ultra-lightweight human cast, designed the custom silk covering, and mounted it to a carbon fiber rig. They then launched it from the Canadian countryside by balloon into the stratosphere, about 33 kilometers above the surface of Earth. Up there, the sculpture was exposed to sunlight, gravity, and wind. The result, an eerie floating silk figure above the planet. In the age of AI, it was important to the creators that every step of the process was documented, and very little of the final product was edited. While reactions online have been mixed, the creators say they're grateful for the opportunity to have made something never seen before.
I'm worried about the re-entry. Like, how do we know it's not going to come back like a fireball? And what started off as like a Dementor is now like an Expecto Patronum coming back to the Earth.
Think about it. And this is all in the name of a science experiment, part environmental statement.
Dude, what was the need of this like little like banana on top? What was the need for the banana on top of her head or his head? I just don't understand.
I think it's an interesting color.
I don't see the banana on this part. You know, I'm like, wait, did they just trick somebody to wear a banana?
Interesting. You know, it's interesting that they picked the color blue. Right?
After all the green screen videos and blue screen videos we've seen of Artemis.
You know what I mean? Hey, what light is that right there? Is that the moon?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait
what
a
are we
second,
looking
why
at
is
right
it
here?
matching?
What are we looking at?
We
should see Artemis on his way back.
Yeah. When was this? It was a day ago. Yeah. Where is it? Why don't I see the stars in the sky? But the Artemis astronauts keep saying that they see the stars.
We should see it pulling up.
Well, so I guess this is real, and this was real. But like, seriously, how did they get this thing down?
That's a great question.
Like, this is scaffolding, man. This is like where satellites turn into debris, all right? Like, what's happening here?
That part.
Interesting.
Okay, NASA just got exposed. 20 hours ago, they posted this image of the galaxy from April 7th, 2026. They say Artemis 2 took the picture. When you reverse image search it, it comes up that they already posted this image of the galaxy in 2008, okay, on multiple sources all over the place and originating from NASA. So you'd think if you were in space, you wouldn't need to use an image from, 15 freaking years ago. You could just literally put your cell phone up to the window and take a new picture of the galaxy or whatever GoPro fisheye lens they have going on. But do this yourself so you know this isn't, Grok's AI even confirms it, by the way. The truth is, this is the tip of the iceberg of the deception that we're up against today. Also, notably, what's going on with the food, air, and water supply with GMOs, fluoride, pesticides, forever chemicals, and more. If you think it's important to be of sound mind and sound body today, right now, Chalk is giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the Chalk Lit Powder, which is super detoxifying and delicious. And if you combine that with the hot water purified shilajit, you're getting some of the most powerful adaptogens in the natural world. Comment the word free below and check your DMs for details.
Interesting.
Shout out to Shane Vibes Truth. Yo, Shane, man, send us a pack.
Yeah, right. I need that shilajit, bro.
Smoke that like y'all.
It's gonna get my longevity and all the things that he said. We'll see. We got to do some research.
Definitely got to do research. Absolutely. But very interesting that picture that they're using, supposedly from their iPhones, turns up to be footage they used back in 2008.
Yeah.
April 15th.
And this isn't the first, right? And now I believe there has been multiple accounts, even videos that were released that they were like, hey, this was just the same video released like in 1970s. Like, what's going on here,
Thank you.
How do they keep coming up with this
right
footage from the new craft and it's old footage they released before?
In my opinion, there should have been a 24-hour live stream with their own iPhones, GoPros, cameras set up, whole nine. We're talking millions of dollars here.
They can't do that. Then we'll see the green screens and the red lights. Oh my God. We'll see the lasers. We'll see the outside of the ship and how they shake it into simulus. I can't. I mean, at this point, there's believers out there and there's non-believers, and I have listened to...
and shout outs to both. If you believe it, you believe it. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Up there, it could be spinning, and let's see the re-entry when it happens.
Hell, they put a blue mannequin up there, right?
Yeah. They even put a Elon car up there, right? Like one of the Tesla cars is up there,
and that's the one. Away. And that was the one with the rat crawling around it. Was that the one with the rat?
The ship that was used. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Whatever happened to that, they're gonna be like, oh, it turned into space debris. It
cooked.
Fireballed.
It cooked.
Like, oh, okay, so that fireballed.
It landed and then
fire happened. You need oxygen in order to make a fire. I don't know.
Let's get a gong for that, Ted. Let's get a gong for that. Shout out to the chat once again. Make sure y'all smoking that like if you're having a great time. You want to check in with the chat, Ted? Like chat is buzzing.
Yes, I got a chat comment lined up.
Shout outs to Christy Yant with the gifted React
what?
Files membership. Oh man.
Oh,
Thank you
let's
so
go. I just
much.
got that.
Woo.
Boom.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you for sure.
Yo, Joe was trying to say like we got to be in the light or something, and I was trying to get you to read that, but let me see.
Oh yeah, go back to it.
I already forgot it. It's
Have
the
no
chat room.
fear.
This thing now.
Stay in the light.
Something light.
Never
Light
fear.
bearer. Really feeling a lot of Kanye West music right now.
Shout out
Let's
to
go, man.
Mr. West.
You not ready? Open it up, pass it down to the chat. Let's go.
So it's
It'll
for you.
make you grow brains. It'll make you grow brains. It'll make you a free thinker.
It's that classified.
West Coast, it'll make them impossible to control.
It's classified.
I've got new Pixie Pod. Oh, I like that. I love the
Very
pods.
nice.
Pods are the way to go. They got all kinds of crazy things. Yeah, Telegram's the way to be. Hey, if you're missing out on interacting with goons or reactors outside of YouTube, join our social media links. Links are in our channel descriptions. Come be a knowing reactor or goon. Never.
Absolutely.
Window getting cleaned. Wait, what? Is that real? Let's see here. Oh Lord, it ain't smoking if you ain't choking.
That's right.
Let's go.
Straight to the left. You already know. I don't know what to believe. Remember when they sent Gail King and Katy Perry to space for like 4 minutes? Yeah, we remember.
Oh, was that even space? That was like low Earth orbit, and like, oh yeah, what goes up must come back down. I'm like, what?
What was the name of that mission? I forgot. I feel like it's something we remember
Blue
too.
Origin? No.
I think so. Blue Origin was it?
No. Blue Origin.
Oh no. That was the submarine submersible.
Is that the one where the
Yep.
teachers like moaning the entire time? Did you see that one?
I don't know. I know the.
Now it sounds weird. I'm like, Teddy, what are you talking about?
No, it's
But
okay.
During
It's
one
okay.
of these
We're gonna
missions, they
spin
had
it.
this like professor or teacher of like children's science or something that would just kept like moaning the entire thing, like, oh my god, I can't. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I'm just trying to watch the Blue Origin live.
Are we talking about the same thing?
I don't know. Is it? Would say her name? What's the name?
Talking about we talking about Katy Perry, right?
No, I'm talking about one second. Now I'm gonna sound
Blue Origin, I believe, was the submersible
Origin lady.
They went to look for the Titanic, or I could be wrong. I could be wrong next time.
No. Astronaut accused of moaning in space while video.
Whoa.
Let me see if I can show you this. I'll fix it next time. All right, give me the video. Ah,
What's up, Sean?
It does. 1 second. How do I get this to show to you? 2 seconds. We're gonna do some Houdini stuff.
Okay.
Let me see.
Houdini, the magician.
Share this tab instead. All right, ready? You see
Okay.
this lady?
What we got
you ever
here?
see this lady? You ever see this lady?
That's our planet.
No.
Oh my god, that's space.
This is. What is this?
This is Earth from space.
Try that again.
Look at that Earth. Look at that Earth.
Space.
I'm here. I did it. Guys, look.
Hey, there you go.
So okay.
We're in space right now.
So this must be the same company.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Have you never seen this lady?
First time. Oh
Man.
Literally,
Oh man.
But you know what? Shout outs to Dope Triple G.
What's she? Oh my.
Yee.
1 second. I gotta get to the thing. Going a mile a minute here. Let's go.
Dope Triple G's.
Let's go. Triple G's forever. Let's go.
Awesome.
Appreciate the love. Dope.
Freaking awesome.
Ever since my first kid, I've been a Shawnee. Let's go. What's going on, Sean?
Word. The Leviathan means the Levi tribe is waking up. The Leviathan
Levi tribe.
That's not that landmass in the ocean. They say like Godzilla. The
Really?
Leviathan. Conscious Juice be talking about it. The Leviathan. The Leviathan.
Yeah. But that's what this guy's saying.
Shout out to Conscious Juice.
Yeah, I wonder how he's doing, how he's keeping up now that nothing's happened.
What did he say was gonna happen?
I thought he was implying like we were gonna get disclosure, or like a reset was happening, or we're the end times were near. Like, I think that was the type of content I was getting from him recently. So I was like, dude, all the dates, where something was supposed to happen, nothing's happened. So what happened now?
He films a lot of content these days about the sun.
Oh,
shout out to Dope Triple G.
What
a weird membership, so freaking awesome.
Hey, welcome to a reduced ad experience to the members, as well as videos that got out earlier to you guys. Leviathan, that god is going to destroy. Wait, so Leviathan is a god, or it's like the snake thing, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like a frozen Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like but it's petrified or something. I've had goons tell me that they have.
I mean, you can see it on Google Maps.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been told. Hey, what's going on, Andrew?
Good, Andrew.
What up?
Shout out to Vibes.
I had a video of a New Bedford, Mass, and Andrew is from New Bedford, so he was like, "Oh my God, Teddy, you featured a New Bedford, Mass video."
Shout out to New Bedford.
Shout outs to New Bedford, man. Dopera strikes again, always does. Leviathan older than God. Oh, interesting. Have you heard that? Leviathan is alive and he's God's pet. Petrified rice.
Petrified rice. The sea beast.
They was in the darkness before the light. Yo, the light bearer be hitting hard, man.
It's getting deep in here, chat.
Hot hour. I like this game. Yeah. Training with the shit. I ain't gonna lie, you good at this though. You got good balance. You can. She cold.
I want to do mine without the strap.
I have no idea what's going on here.
I mean, I think they're training for like extreme circumstances like the snow, or when they have, if they got to deliver a package, it might be slippery. I don't know. It might be poor egress.
What is this? Slip
walking over things.
Imagine some poor company has to go train these guys every day, It
says slippery floor. A centerpiece of the viral footage shows employees strapped into a safety harness while walking on a lubricated slippery floor. That's in the description, folks. Okay, so it says the simulator mimics icy or wet sidewalks, right? Teaching drivers the proper penguin walk technique. So yeah.
But she still slipped?
She didn't slip.
So what is a penguin walk? What is that?
Well, you know how penguins walk on ice? They kind of waddle.
Oh no, she didn't slip. Oh my God. Oh, okay.
She went with the flow.
She did the things.
She slid to the left.
Slide to the right. Crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. You got me. Yo, my daughter loves that song. It's like when we go all the way out.
Yee. Facts. Make sure y'all smoke that like, y'all.
I smike the like all the time.
Smike the like. Get biblical. Get biblical on that like.
Likes when I can smike. Let's see here. We got more. I had to update our layout. I'll update it back. 1 second. Let me just quickly fix our. There was like a live stream where I forgot to update it back, and like for the longest time we were just small.
Mike 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Hey, what?
What's with the trash bags?
What did we just see?
I mean, they in space. I would think to see some jets and stuff,
Second person ever to do this in space. What did she do? Count down?
Folded a trash bag. I don't know.
Donka has been deployed. Strike to spark kinetic energy harvesting. What? What does this even have to do with what we just see?
Wait. Hold on. Right, exactly. Shout outs to Kevin.
Yo, what? Dang. coming in heavy.
Heavy.
They coming, Kevin. How many flies does it take to go in a light bulb? Just two, but the trick is getting them inside the bulb without breaking it. What type of flies?
Like the likes, I
What
like
is
it.
this?
Yikes.
All right, Kevin. Thank you.
Shout out to Kevin. You're awesome, bro.
Kevin. He's got the, what are they called? Fireflies? He's got some fireflies in that light bulb.
The fireflies.
You would not believe your eyes. If 10 million fireflies were in a light bulb that you can screw. I'm sorry. We were in traffic and it came and she instantly twerked.
Yee.
What? I'm catching the tail end of this, Q. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
To be fair, that song does this to us, women. Wait, what? What song is happening here? Yes, how awesome. Love you guys, gals. Let's go. What's going on? Nobody.
Shout out to Nobody Got No Time.
She didn't. What? She didn't do anything? I don't subscribe to BB Jesus, but I like him very much. What? Chat's on a mind of its own today.
Chat is sentient.
Weren't the aliens supposed to show up by now? I thought these aliens were supposed to show up by now. Dang it. I thought these aliens were supposed to show up by now.
What do you think about that one?
I mean, I feel where it's coming from. I mean, a lot of people may have been wanting to, see aliens.
Bro, this is like every single person that hasn't this is going to be their thing. This is going to be their thing to like validate their truth. And, I sit here and you do as well, Q, where it's like, hey, if these events don't happen in our timeline, it does not discredit whether these beings exist or not. And a lot of these guys, they only get that serotonin boost once that validation comes. It's like, see, I told you the aliens were going to come, but it's like, that's not the type of thinking, right? We know, we've heard the JD Vance say it. We've heard even Congress trials where people have told us, hey, the aliens are in the water. The aliens and the UAPs are emerging from the water. Here we are waiting for, the alien files, all these files to come in. It's like, stop worrying about that serotonin boost. You're never going to get that validation. People have been waiting for that validation since what? The Roswell incident, even before Roswell, since like Betty and Barney Hill. So I'm like, bro, if this is the mindset that you guys have, it's like, hey, once that thing comes in, I'm going to hit my serotonin boost. You're not awakened yet. You got to realize that, hey, the reason we're not getting that is they still got the systems in play to push whatever rhetoric that they want. We're never going to get the truth because we already know the truth. They don't want everyone to know the truth,
Why would they?
Exactly. It's that space debate all over again.
You make an excellent point. The biggest word you said is the validation.
Yeah.
And I feel like, listen, y'all, you don't need their validation. We see it every day in our skies. When we post it on social media, it's in our FYP feed all day. Random people just catching things in the sky, paranormal activity, UFOs, UAPs, right? It don't matter what they say. But you know what, though? Say there is this Project Bluebeam, right? And say they start showing aliens. These are the folks who aren't going to be afraid. They're going to welcome it. Like, they're like, finally here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a catch-22. Some will embrace it, and some...
Yeser does not negate if the event happens. Hey, it happened. Let's see what happens from here.
Absolutely. Well
I
said.
just thinking back of even like when Cough 6 Feet happened and my wife was prepared for years,
Right.
She had all the supplies for that event.
Like, think about the mannequin. It has the blue silk, right? What if they're able to project, I don't know, light imagery, laser imagery, hit it a certain way with the rig on top of it already? What if them rigs were,
used in part of the holographic projection.
CGI, exactly.
Yo, those lasers be reaching, bro.
Man, shoot, we'll see Tupac in this.
What, this area doesn't agree? Let me start a fire over there. Just follow the yellow trail road. Yeah, sorry, yellow brick road. No other road matters.
You know what I mean? See the alien, you know what I mean? And a past celebrity in the sky together or something, you know, like Tupac in the sky, exactly. Like, yo, what?
Oh, boy.
Exactly.
We're gonna learn the truths now.
Call the cops. Call the cops.
I mean, it could. In all seriousness,
you never know,
we've
right?
seen the patents. If we know the patents exist, then we at some point they must have used it or are planning to use it, right? Why else would it be patented?
Right. You know what I mean? Would it work on something like a 6G network?
Yeah. And here we are worried about 5G, and it's
Right.
like, what about 7G? Have
We
we
should-
read about that?
That's
Beyond reading minds.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was Trump that validated that the different bands do different things. So it's like if you look at 5G
Yes.
versus 6G, you can truly see like, hey, every G is adding a different wavelength that they
Right.
can interpret what you're potentially thinking about.
Spot on. Spot on.
This is Joe with you. Joe's with you right now.
Yeet. Shout out to Joe. Yeah, man. You already know, you know? And they could say, yeah, all in the name of science, all in the name of environmental experimentation.
That's it.
You never know.
Don't you know Bobby? Don't you know Bobby? He's in Cuba eating good fish. I do.
Eating
know
that good fish.
It's Bobby's World. Who's Bobby? I'm so confused.
Bobby's World was a cartoon back in the 90s. Bobby, what was a comedian?
Bobby's World?
Howie Mandel, I think, was the voice actor for it.
What?
I could be
have never
wrong.
seen that sounds awesome.
Who that?
Bobby, don't you know? Gee golly, Bobby.
Grandma watching.
This must have been a slogan or something.
Hold on, we got a
No,
shout
that-
out.
no.
Shout out to Tony. Shout out to an 88-year-old grandma watching faithfully still while in our heart. Shout out to grandma. If you're watching, much love to you. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Tony. Shout out to Tony Brumfeld. No doubt. Much love. Peace and blessings.
I'm worried about aliens.
Lot of
I'm worried about hearing trumpets and people vanish.
Ooh.
Really got me with those vanishing videos.
Yikes.
That's
a good fear.
I will tell you, I was trying to react to some trumpet videos, and YouTube did not like that. So
What you mean? What do you mean? Did you have
The
footage?
video was getting prepared for like what happens when you hear trumpets, which means like, hey, they don't want that type of content circulating. So what the
Really?
person was talking about was like, hey, when you hear the trumpets, stay away from the trumpets. Go to the opposite side and get your things in order.
No
and then
way.
figure out if the trumpets are in fact the real trumpets.
Are
or
you
not.
serious?
So he was like trying to talk about getting preparedness about a potential fake trumpet thing that could occur. So that's how the video was orchestrated. So I react to it, blah, 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 boom, flagged. So we removed the video, completely fine. We put
No
the video back in,
way.
flagged again. So I'm like, okay, this is the
What?
video. Yep.
Interesting. It's interesting that someone would even make that kind of content.
Yeah. So I think the actual thing that got flagged was like risky behavior or something. Like
Risky.
like weird, like suggestive. Like I'm not suggesting anybody do this. Like what?
Like,
are you
please don't,
do the things. Don't listen to the
Right.
trumpets. Don't go to the opposite side. You go towards the trumpets, Teddy. That's the way. That's what YouTube wants.
Shout out to YouTube.
Oh God! Shout outs to
Got
me.
nothing but love for
Yeah,
you.
restricting
Nothing
us,
but love for you.
telling us the things.
Hey, we get it.
Drive up the movie theater. I mean, it's a projector in one way, shape, or form. You got enough antennas up there. Hey, you can do the things.
Hey, you seen a Truman Show when the light fell from the sky?
No,
The Truman Show. There's like a
haven't-
little the light fixture.
Oh.
It's like a movie set light fixture.
Yes, I remember the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, something falls.
Right. He's like,
And
oh, what's
the
that?
scene that I always go back to is like when he realizes his wife's like an actor, and like he just wakes up like he predicts everything, and his wife.
It's like
doesn't.
right. He's like, wait a minute.
Ah,
that's
that
when
is
that's when he wakes up from being an NPC.
Yeah, His wife basically validates the things.
Much love, brother. Much love.
Let's go.
Yeet. Shout out to Grandma.
Was here. All-time favorite top 3 movies of all time.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good one. That's a good one, Joe. Shout out Iceland's HQ.
Dude,
what do you
not
think?
a single satellite in the outer space when that thing came in for re-entry. Not a single glimpse of anything that's actually realistic, you know? So this is Artemis 1. This is not Artemis 2 coming back for re-entry. This is what would Artemis 2 crew potentially experience.
Well, good. So I was about to ask you that. And was it being filmed from inside the shuttle looking out?
I believe so. And notice how they got that window view when the players aren't in. But when the players are in, don't look at the things.
Exactly. Exactly.
No one else in Artemis 2 had that great idea. They're using all their
man, I'm taking selfies, you know what I mean?
That toilet getting more visits than anyone.
You know what I mean? All that. Like, I'm making
stuff.
history. I'm making videos to upload by the time I hit back to Earth. You know what I mean?
Wasting time making TikToks up there. And
all that.
The aliens on the far side.
Like, we out here making space talks, you know?
Yes, exactly. But dude, like, let's be realistic, right? This is scary. This is like super scary. Assuming in some timeline the astronauts are up there, you're basically telling me you're going to be fireballed. The only protections you have is whatever is on Earth. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that can protect fireball that long for that frequent amount of time. Like, at some point, it's got to penetrate through, and then boom, you get right? Like, how do you say, like, even let's say you have an aluminum foil and you do this at a model scale, right? Aluminum foil representing the spacecraft during re-entry. Somehow you get it to the point, like, even if you heat the things up, like, the contents inside the aluminum foil are gonna get effects of the heat around it. But here we are designing the spacecrafts in a way we figured out that, hey, boom, maybe, you know, it took us X amount of times in order to get the other animals up there and back. So makes you wonder.
Hey, there's two ways you can go with this. One, do you believe the footage is real?
I don't know.
And two, if it is this just maybe some type of, you know,
CGI?
precursor to, you know, how you say, grab more attention from the masses. Like,
This
if
is
it was
the
something
initial
like,
distraction before the distractions.
you know, God forbid something like this, you know, was, you know.
But dude, even the way, like, think about it. They're showcasing, and they're like, oh yeah, you can see the curvature of the Earth. I'm like, bro, what curvature? Like, it's pretty flat to me, you know. Like, especially on like this scene right here. I'm like, even a gaming monitor is more curved than the Earth right now, bro.
Yo, that's what I mean.
thing.
To be honest, that's what came to my mind. A gaming.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be like, you know, something on like PlayStation.
Oh my god, the CGI from the flame, dude. Look at this.
You know what
that
I mean?
transparent flame, bro. It's going through. Oh, look at that.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
look at that. It's hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
It tastes better. Yes, sir, Teddy. Best AI I ever saw. Only 20
Yeah, you never
likes.
know. Shout out to Angela. Make sure y'all smoke that like. Can we get a gong for the chat? Shout out to Angela. Chat is buzzing. 23 likes or not. I like what I see.
That was only on my side. Your side's wide.
I like what I see. Chat is going off. I love it.
And blues. It's contagious. Wait, isn't that a snake?
When we're on a plane, go ahead.
It's blue skies. If it's day, Artemis 2 went into dark skies almost immediately on POV camera. And even the Earth was dark. We saw the dark Earth before we even saw the light Earth.
Shouts to Veronica. My buddy tried to tell me some ish about the curvature of the Earth. And he works with maps for the military. I'm like, stop it. Really?
Yo, don't get your buddy in trouble for leaking out the secrets, bro. Knock, knock, knock. Yo, Joe Breeding, what I tell you?
Shout outs to Crystal. Shout outs to Dope.
Hey, Dope. Let's go.
Yeet.
Coconut Dr. Pepper?
What? Is that the new flavor?
Is that a thing? I mean, I like coconut water. Is there like a coconut water Dr. Pepper?
Interesting.
Wait, do you like coconut water?
Coconut water is cool.
Yeah, you can drink coconut water. Like, coconut water is like something that, you know, hey, if you wanted to hydrate yourself, you'd be like,
yes,
let's go get a coconut.
That's where you go. Okay. Absolutely.
See, we must be normal because, like, you know, people like I've interacted with, I tell them about coconut water and they look at me with the face of disgust, and I'm like, how are you disgusted by coconut water? It's natural hydration.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
They're like, no, it has no flavor. There's no taste to it.
No, it definitely has its own taste.
There's
like
something
coconut.
sweet about it. It's got that distinct. But then I meet people that don't like almond joys. They don't like the coconut.
I love almond joy.
Coconut water, I don't feel is the same flavor as the coconut shavings. You know.
Almond joy. That's one of my top 5 go-to candies for sure.
Oh, so you like the almond in the middle? You like getting to the center?
Yo, it's a masterpiece inside of a wrapper.
I like it. I like the mounds as well.
Because we were all rightfully distracted by humans going to the moon again, nobody's talking about the fact that thousands of new asteroids in the solar system were discovered and announced by the largest digital camera ever built, part of the Vera Rubin Observatory. Last year, it discovered over 2,000 asteroids in our solar system in under 10 hours, and 7 of them were near Earth. And remember that weird comet 3I Atlas? Vera Rubin saw it 10 days before it was discovered. Now, after a month and a half of observation, observations, it's discovered 11,000 new asteroids and observed 80,000 that we already knew about. The teal part is what it's observed so far, and there's a lot of empty space. And of those 11,000, 33 are near-Earth objects, with one of them being 500 meters wide. 500 meters. None of them should pose a threat to hitting Earth, but the fact that we didn't know about them is scary. And scientists estimate that only 40% of mid-sized near-Earth objects have even been discovered. But this telescope isn't even operating at its max performance yet, and when it does, it should discover this many asteroids every 3 nights for the first few years, which means it should discover, 90,000 more near-Earth objects, and triple the number of known asteroids in the solar system, discovering millions. It's also finding objects out past Neptune, which is incredibly hard to do.
Very interesting. Shout out to Astro Alexandra.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Here we are talking about, hey, look at all the things that we now discovered, but we still can't predict, like when a 17-ton an asteroid or meteorite comes through Ohio and makes a sonic boom. No, we still can't predict when a 1-ton goes through Texas, or even the ones like 7-ton thing that went to California. What happened? Where was this thing then?
Exactly. You would think they would be able to catch it.
What the heck, man? Get this out of here.
Like, seriously.
Now I'm like, when that transcendence comes, when that reset is hit, we won't even know. No freaking all this telescopes ain't gonna.
How do we see?
Like, out of nowhere, it just came out of nowhere.
How do we see more in a telescope on Earth than we do in a vessel up in space?
These are the real questions. Cody's going heavy, and Artemis crew didn't take a picture
Shout
of
out to
one.
Cody.
They didn't even see the stars, but they're like, yeah, we
No
see the stars.
No selfies. No selfies.
Sounds good. Hey, what's going on, Angela?
Angela in the building. Matthew Parsley. Was they riding the firmament till they find the hole for re-entry? Amen to Almond Joy. It got nuts right here. Mountains do too. Shouts to Matthew.
No asteroids indeed.
No asteroids, exactly. Mountains don't.
Yeah, I get it. What? People love that. Okay.
Shout out to the goons. Let's get a gong for the goons.
Okay, did the things, goons. Appreciate it. Okay, the likes are going up. Thank you.
Let's get a gong for the reactors.
Hey.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Love that.
You guys are freaking awesome.
Wait, did we just watch this? Nah.
Nope.
I think we're all in a movie. Going back to the Truman Show, what I just found out, Matt Gaetz, he says that he's disclosing information about the same thing where he got debriefed by a military official.
Oh, yeah.
Hybrids and aliens is a whole program. Here's the thing about Matt Gaetz. A lot of people don't know.
He's an alien?
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, close, but his childhood home. Does anybody want to take a wild guess what movie his childhood home is in?
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
What?
I'll show you. None of this shit's real,
No
bro.
way.
None of it's real. Look at
bro.
this. Look at this. So
Now.
watch this. His home is the same home that Jim Carrey had in the Truman Show.
Okay, remember when I was telling you the thing about Al Gore? When I met him, it was like meeting an actor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Okay, so Mariah had that year. Glitter didn't do that great. The inside joke between me and her was we called each other Al because Al Gore was the underdog and should have won. So I go up to Al Gore and I go, look, it would be really freaking funny if you came to her dressing room. And I'm like, dude, I'm about to get arrested, all the Secret Service and all this.
Right.
He comes back over and he goes, Damien, I'm cleared. Let's go. And we start walking together. But just the way he was talking, it was like when you see an actor perform and then you see him on the side of the stage, their demeanor is completely different.
Right,
So
right.
we do the thing. We walk out of the dressing room and says, hey, Damien, come here for a minute. And we're walking together. 5-point security is going on, right? And he's talking to me just like, yeah, that motherfucker, this, that. And he's like, oh, hold on. And he looks over and there's these people that are standing behind a barricade and they're cheering, ow, ow, ow. He turns around and goes, back to politics. His demeanor changes and he goes, hey.
Do you think these people were like reptilians?
They something, player. But that's where I first got a glimpse of it because from the inside of the bubble, all of the zip-tied wires and cameras, places that they're walking, they've always got them them on video, basically. They're always on. Just walking, the way that he was talking, the mannerisms. There was this one night I was on the side of the stage while Michael Jackson was performing, and he was having this conversation with us. It was me, Mariah, and Luis Miguel, and we're in Korea, and he's performing. And he's telling me all of these stories. He's like, yeah, Sony, da-da-da-da-da. Hold on for a second. He goes out and does Smooth Criminal. Then he comes back and picks up the conversation exactly where he left off. Well, that's why you need to talk to so-and-so. Hold on. Goes in his dressing room, changes into Beat It. It was like watching that, where they go out, they do the show in front of the public, then snap right back into their own conversation. Right. And that's what I saw in the Al Gore thing, too. It was regular guy. Hold on a second. I got to go do my politics gig. All of these people, it seems like that's the same thing. So when I see Charlie Kirk out there doing his thing, or Palm Beach Pete, you're retired now. Go ahead and do it. They did it with Hitler. Played his part, faked to death, moved to Argentina, have some kids.
Shout out to Maverick. Yeah, shout out to Coach.
I liked everything this guy said. I'm sorry, but it's like there were a lot of truths here.
It resonated well, eh?
Yeah, like I felt like the idea of, hey, are they truly politicians or actors? Is that a thing? Hey, that sounds crazy when we even bring it out to space. So why can't the people on Earth also be the same thing? Crisis actors is a thing. Why can't political actors be a thing as well? The way he even said, like, he moved to Argentina and had a family. It's like, it makes you wonder, hey, was he also playing an acting role of sorts? It really makes
on the
you
world,
wonder.
on a global stage.
On the global stage. They're on a stage. Yes.
Right.
Dude, that is wild. I liked this one. This one was, and let's say they're not actors. Then he hits on, are they demons? Are they, are they reptilians? Are they hiding something? That's like, dude, I have no idea what they are. I'm just like trying to figure the things out.
Like what JD Vance was talking about?
Yes.
It's a great point. God. It makes a great point.
Yeah, it really is. Let me see. What else? Yeah, that was mostly it, right? Like his other things were pretty much things we've heard.
Exactly. Like Cody in Chicago saying the Manchurian candidate. Yeah, absolutely. Possibly. Right?
That's what that's called?
You've heard of that. Yes. It was a movie. I believe it was I think there's like unclassified files on it somewhere floating around. Yeah.
Have I seen this? Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Oh dang. That was 2004. What's this? Is this
Denzel?
Yeah,
yes, Denzel Washington.
That is the guy. There he is. Oh man, that's
2004.
Oh, so that was a true thing, huh? Or based off the Gulf War at that time. Oh wow.
Shout out to Stoney.
Did I just hear animals? You have animals?
Yeah, I got a few dogs. My bad.
What? I didn't even know you were a dog person. How many dogs? Never mind. Don't share if you don't have to. We're gonna keep.
It's all good. I got three.
That is a lot of dogs to me. That is not a dog person or any animal person. Did you just like acquire 3, or did you like start off with 1, then you ended up with 2, and then someone handed you 1, and now you have 3 because you don't say no? And like
pretty much.
Wait, really? Yo, that was just what my psychicness was picking up, bro.
Yo, you got it. You on it today.
Oh snap! Go to Google and type. No.
Whoa!
No.
Yikes!
How to get
Shout out to
off
Stoney.
YouTube in 5 seconds.
The world is a stage, and we're just merely players. That's right, player. And you're right, Ted. That was a good one. Central Casting, Q's trying to tell everyone nobody wants to listen. Shout out to Ambi
Dude, I'm
Lee.
listening to it every day. You have no idea.
Shout out to the doggos. I got 3 too. Most deaf criminal element. Facts. You already know.
I got some expired ADHD, Teddy. Yo, you know what?
Hey. Shout out.
When he talks about people having a conversation like Michael Jackson leaving, going, doing their thing, and coming back and like continuing the conversation exactly to the point where they left off. That is that is not an acting thing. That is straight ADHD, or you have an ism. Because I have that, right? So I'm like, yo, I can start a conversation, leave, go do my whatever thing I had to do, come back to you, and continue from that same exact point. But that doesn't mean I'm acting. Like I'm like, no, that's just my ADHD. That's just like, yo, don't forget this one thing, go do that, and you come back and you like continue the conversation.
Absolutely. It's the mind. It's the mind of a genius.
Nah, there's no genius here.
Absolutely. Shout out to Shotgun Chris.
Yo, what?
Super sticker. Woo! Thank you so much, brother. Hope you having an awesome night. Peace and blessings.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Love the super stickers.
Nice.
Shotgun Chris.
Shotgun Chris.
Does a Shotgun Chris have a shotgun? How'd you come up with the name? And he's even got like the full like decked out thing with the king. Oh man, I like that. Wait,
Shotgun Chris is awesome.
What's that? Slogan. What's that called? Logo looks familiar. How do you say this?
Two Dachshunds?
Those are like those tiny dogs, Dachshunds.
No, I think they're like
No, they're like the. Are they the freaking?
I think they're the ones with the bigger ears. I think they're the ones with the bigger ears.
What am I thinking of? Okay.
Dachshund. Yeah, they're hunting dogs.
Thinking of like a Chihuahua type thing, like the Taco Bell thing,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Q's a goon. Q's been a goon well before he reached out to me.
Absolutely.
None of this would have happened if Q didn't make that first step.
That's all good, man. I'm happy I did.
Actually, I'm like, I was shocked when it first happened too. I was like, dude, what? Some guy's responding to me. Who is this? I never have people message me.
It's all good. It says something in the last day or two about a town like the Stepford Wives around Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. That's where I got lost in the woods in juvenile years trying basic.
Wait, so while he was doing basic training or something, he gets lost in the woods and he comes across a town that's like the Stepford Wives near Leonard Wood, Missouri. I feel like, Matt, I did read this somewhere, but I had no idea whether there was truth to it or not.
Really?
Does someone know? Has anyone been to this area? But now it's like, what
Let
if
us
we
know,
like,
chat.
and ask the wrong questions? Make sure you tell somebody before you enter that area.
Absolutely. Customer service people do the same personality change all the time. Yeah, that's a good point, Lulu. Shout out to Lulu.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm glad you're enjoying the things. Teddy Hurdle Park. That's all I needed. A wiener dog. Yeah. Is it what's that called?
Okay.
Pronounced dachshund? What? I would have never guessed that's how this is pronounced. It is the wiener dog, right? Okay. I'm not going crazy here.
Okay.
But then again, what is the dog that you just mentioned? Because I can also picture that, because I feel like that one's the human centipede one.
Yeah.
where the guy that made the human centipede.
Man, that's one crazy movie. I've seen the whole trilogy.
Wait, there were 3?
I think there was.
I've definitely seen 1 and 2.
I've seen 1 and 2, absolutely.
Now I'm like, I don't know if I've seen the 3rd one. But then again, I don't know if I want to see the 3rd one.
Yo, here's an off track. Have you ever watched VHS?
No, what is that?
It's crazy, just like that. On a whole nother.
Oh my
VHS
God.
and VHS 2. Let me know if you ever seen that in chat, y'all.
I will have to try that one out. People say we're spying.
Crazy.
We're spying
Yeah, we are.
We're spying.
Yo, let's check out the next vid.
Sorry.
Let's see what else we got in the chamber.
About astral projection. I've even heard, like, in the government, there's astral projection police.
There are places you cannot go. They will not allow you. Either they'll scare you away or they'll trap you there. They say on the dark side of the moon, there are alien bases. I heard a story where there was a guy, they tasked him to astral project to the moon. It was a government project. And he went to a place that's a no-no, right? So they trapped this dude on the moon and they didn't let him out. His body is still here in a coma. They had to tell his family he was dead, but they still have him in this coma.
Yeah. I just learned about this one myself. I heard about this, and this kind of like confirms what I heard.
Is this like
Shout outs to the horrible
Galactic Federation lady?
podcasts.
April something, like April, like she talks about how she tried to like remote view certain areas and then is hit with like agents that block her from seeing the things. Like that's what I feel like astral projection is basically doing. It's like the same.
I feel like there was an interview about it on like Sean Ryan.
Yeah, right. I feel like the girl's name's April something. Like I totally
Was it a
can
girl?
see her podcast interview, like saying the things like, "Oh yeah, I went to like Antarctica and I saw the things," and it's like I got hit with like people that didn't let me see the things, and I'm like, "Oh wow, remote viewers have other remote viewers safeguarding the secrets."
Well, yeah,
Imagine you do that job, bro. You just sit at home remote viewing, like, oh my god.
Yeah, they saying like certain ancient sites, like like the the moon, the Sphinx, different places. It's like those who actually project can't go through. They're like, you must return to where you're from. Go, something's crazy.
Yes.
Hey, shout out to Shotgun Chris.
I mean,
once
what
again.
happens if you don't return? Someone else takes your spot. They take your spot.
Well, like once again, they're in a coma. Like they could be in astral projection jail. You know what I'm saying? The body could still be alive, but the consciousness.
You get back. What, you wait for the other guy to astral project again?
Hey, you gotta do your time.
Someone else's poor soul's bodies.
If they let you back, I don't know. Did you go and you knew it was forbidden?
Hey, I totally missed this.
Oh, you're great. Gifted. One we have Fox membership. Thank you so much, Shotgun Chris. You're awesome, bro. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Yeah.
Awesome, Peppa. No, I think about it. Gregory, welcome, brother. Oh, Gregory got it.
Shout out to Gregory. Yeet. Shout out to Shotgun Chris. Yeet.
And here we go.
Shout out to the chat. Chat, y'all awesome tonight.
Yeah, chat's going real good today. Give them the thank Did anybody realize the truth from the red hot lineman timeline? Weird music. Did you hear how long the fountain goes on for? Dude, it's long. It's a long fountain. I never get to play the full thing. I'm like, let's just see how long it goes.
Like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, things are happening over here.
Oh my
God.
God.
Cooling.
That was hilarious.
Liquid cooling locked in. Oh boy. Wait, we got a lot of videos. We gotta go.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yes.
All right, I've been holding off making a video about this, but most people are so stupid. They don't know how badly they're being bent over, how much they're being played. Here is the Palm Beach Pete guy and his tattoo, and he obviously slipped up a little bit because here is Jeffrey Epstein, this cuck, and his tattoo. And as you can see, they are the same tattoo right here that Epstein has. Now, everyone has seen this, but this is quite literally an open confession, laughing in your faces. You can get away with anything if you have the greatest friends to back you up, literally putting it in your face like you guys are so stupid. They know that the majority of people are so fluoridated, so blind to the truth that they can literally do these things. You are not mad enough. Besides the tattoo, not only do these two look fucking identical, but they also have the exact same teeth, like the bottom row of teeth are the exact same. What a coincidence.
I was at my home in Palm Beach.
Hey everybody, this is Palm Beach Pete.
I know I'm a little late to the party, but I don't give a shit. You guys need to wake up. If you're still asleep, wake the fuck up, because you are heading towards a world of slavery. That's what they want for you. If you're awake and aware and understand that these people right here have been poisoning us our whole entire lives, spraying heavy metals in our air, fluoridating the water supply, calcifying our pineal gland, genetically modifying our food, spraying our crops with glyphosate, quite literally attacking the consciousness of humanity, then you know how important it is to detox your body from all of this shit. This is why I take Chalk's hot water purified shilajit every single day. Clinically studied with over 500 third-party reviews on Trustpilot. Literally some of the most potent and powerful supplements on this earth. And I have incredible lifetime discounts for you guys, so comment the word info and check your DMs. Peace.
Yo, is that the same? Is that the same shit?
I have a question. This guy is a different guy than the other guy?
Yeah, Sheldon Soraya 369. The other one is
The Matt?
Shane Vibes Truth.
Shane Vibes. Oh my God. I did a racism and didn't even realize. I thought both were the same. Okay.
Oh, they're different people. But is it the same product? Either way.
I think it's like the same product but different manufacturer. But who knows? You know,
I
you
don't
follow
know.
up the chain, you find out it's the same thing, white labeled, two different times.
What do you think about this Palm Beach Pete guy? You think it's the same guy?
Dude, is that tattoo realistic? I feel like, wouldn't we know if Epstein had a tattoo? Wouldn't that be like something like, oh, he had that tribal tattoo, just like all generic people that go to the islands? I don't know. I've never seen this tattoo. Now I'm like, is this a stretch? Because like, I know we've talked about Palm Beach Pete before. You think,
I don't feel their teeth look the same in my opinion.
Me neither. And like he says like they look similar.
It's too
but I'm
different.
like, no,
Yeah,
wait.
they're not the,
One don't even look like one over here. You know, the left
Right.
one looks different than the right one, and the left 5 looks different than the right 5. The 4 don't even look the same next to the 5. I don't know. The nose don't even look the same at this angle. You know.
Exactly.
I feel like this guy at this point, if he did have a tattoo, Pete's like egging it on because he just needs to be relevant and keep getting those dollars in. So he's trying to do whatever he can. But if he flies too close to that fire, he may be silenced just like the other one. So you be careful there, Pete. Be careful. All right, we're gonna go a little quicker.
Melania Trump just made a statement that directly contradicts Todd Blanche, who claimed there's nothing to look into and no one else is involved.
I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors.
So why would she speak now? Maybe she's had enough. Enough of being tied to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell by association. I get it. Enough of the assumptions, the memes, enough of the guilt by proximity narrative. I get that. But let's be real about Melania. There are no victim statements naming her, no flight logs placing her there. There's no depositions she was called in for. There has been no credible evidence. And pictures at parties, that's not proof of anything. I know everybody likes to toss those around, but if you've actually seen the files, it's not hard to identify who was really deeply involved. So instead of dismissing her statement as a stunt or deflection, let's call it what it could be, an opportunity. You said survivors can testify.
Give these victims their opportunity to testify.
You said their voice can be entered in the congressional record.
And then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record.
Good. Let's do that. But let's do it right. Nothing performative, no public spectacle. We're done with all that. How about private testimony, where survivors are protected, where their truth isn't filtered through their fear, because most have fear or NDAs. This is where statements can be compared directly to the files. Then we'll know. Then we'll see if there's really nothing to look into, like Todd said. Because this has never been about politics. It's about the truth. Melania wants us to know the truth about her. We want the truth about us too. It's still about accountability. And it's about finally getting it right for survivors. What can you do to help, Melania?
Shout outs to I Am Lisa Phillips. Yeah, that was pretty deep. Shout outs to Melania Trump.
Yeah, I guess this lady is a survivor, and that's why she has such a emotional feel to this. And
I think it's a response because I believe one of the new directors is like, moving forward, the files shouldn't be, what we're talking about. And then I guess Melania comes out and puts out a statement. And, I guess right now everybody's all over it.
I am so blindsided by this woman's rhetoric here because, I just watched Voidzilla, Coffeezilla's video on what the Melania statement and the breakdown is. I didn't even.
He made
know
a video.
Melania
He made a
statement,
video
right?
on it. He made a video on
he
it.
made
I
a
didn't know
video
either. I just found out today.
A
Really?
couple hours ago, I believe. But like what he ended up indicating was like, hey, Melania comes out. The president had no idea that she was going to make a statement.
Really?
And he made the statement. And then he's like, why would she make the statement? And he breaks it down. Now, I'm listening to this survivor here, Lisa Phillips, tell me her thing. And what she took away from it is completely different than what Coffee was talking about, right? Like, she's like, dude, the main thing for me is like Melania said, hey, let's get our voices heard and put it on the congressional record. Now, this is the thing. Is this going to help her or her case? Like, what is the end goal? Is she chasing something that in the end is not going to give her the fruitful validation that she's looking for? I want her to be in the best mental state and health. And if this is the thing that's going to help solidify her as like being a survivor of owning her truth, hey, let this be the thing. I hope it happens. I hope she gets her thing into the congressional record. But, I've heard from past survivors that have gone through similar accounts, sometimes just getting your statement heard, getting that thing on the paper is sometimes not enough to feel like you've overcome the things or now you've taken ownership of your struggles, right? Or what you've endured. And it's like, hey, first and foremost, we're never going to dismiss what this person went through. Hey, what they went through could have been craziest of struggles, but it's like, what is her end goal? Is it truly, her getting her voice heard, or is there something more?
You're absolutely right. Because I think when it comes to something like this, and it's pretty much, in our modern era, these files, when someone comes along and says, listen, don't talk about it, don't think about it. It's like, hey, we come this far, let's keep going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I agree. You definitely got to support him, man.
100%. And let's say that they get it. Hopefully that is the thing that's going to help them get, some type of justice.
Justice will be served.
I'm waiting.
Shout out to Shotgun Chris. Oh, man.
No, why is this guy's going wild everywhere, man.
Woo. Good measure.
Love that.
Peace and blessings.
Seen her before. See, didn't I tell you? I kept seeing this lady like everywhere. Now it all makes sense. I've never actually listened to the audio, but now I understand why I've been seeing her everywhere.
So what do you think it is? Do you think she's just maybe, I don't know, more vocal these days or getting more
probably
exposure?
Has been the same vocal since like, and I'm not here to dismiss anything that she's gone through, just as vocal as Stormy Daniels was, right? Hey, being as vocal as you can be does not always give you the end result that you're hoping for. And it's like, hey, just because you're vocal doesn't mean you're not heard. We will forever know in our history and our timeline that you have said these things. Just because it's not on the congressional record does not mean that your things aren't heard. And that's like the biggest thing for me. It's like, who's telling them that because it's not written and it doesn't say it, that means what they're saying is not true? Like that is so false.
You know what?
Validate everyone's experience.
One thing's a fact. Their voices are heard here at the React Files and Explore the Weird. Woo!
100%.
Let's get it gone. Let's get it gone for that.
That's got a thing on this as well. Both sides going wild. Yeah, I got a shower. What's going on? You need that cold shower in to go?
So fresh and so clean.
I love how Nexor talks about fittest. Wait, what? How does Nexor talk about fittest?
Shout outs to Nexor.
It seems like every time we have a lady person, Indigo's taking the shower. I'm in UK, 6 p.m. here. Oh, not bad.
Shout outs to the UK.
The Rock is cooking. Wait, what's The Rock cooking? 1:20 a.m. Oh my God, Ant, you a trooper.
Yeet.
Let's see here.
Is the Templar cross a map of our universe? I'm going to show you a clip and then I'll show you the explanation.
Destination, Stygian Penal Colony, Hades Universe.
So that movie was The One, starring Jet Li. I just randomly decided to watch it because it showed up. And it's about a man who's in a universe where quantum timeline jumping is real. And he's quantum jumping through all the universes to kill different versions of himself. So it collapses into just one him. That's why it's called The One. Now, why do I say Templar cross? Well, if you saw it the last few seconds of the clip, what is that? A Templar cross. The Templar cross. Also, Templar cross is the iconic symbol of the medieval Knights Templar, typically appearing as the red cross, symbolizes purity, sacrifice, and martyrdom of the Holy Land. The Templar cross, according to my favorite spiritual teacher, Ashaya Nadine, this woman is literally godsend. She talks about this structure. It's the Cathara grid. The Templar cross is the Cathara grid, not the Kabbalah, the Cathara. This is what the Cathara grid looks like. This is the true template. The Kabbalah is the bastardized, fallen, angelic, false teaching. I've made videos about this. I'm not going to get into it. But the Cathara grid is literally the Holy Land, a God world. Over here, a God world. And you can only access these timelines in different universes through the Templar cross. Now, I recommend you guys watch the movie. It's a little bit cheesy, but there's like deeper esoteric meaning behind it all. And I recently made a video talking about how it almost seems as if they're collapsing timelines. Like we are all experiencing the Mandela effect. People are experiencing weird things. Time seems like it's quickening. And also CERN, the concerning operation, opened up that collider again and used it recently. So that would explain why everything's so weird. So if they're collapsing timelines, and this movie is talking about how he's trying to collapse the timelines to kill all the different versions of himself, so it's only just himself, that means they're accessing this. And I want to know why. What is the end goal? And why was this spoken about years ago? Because this movie was years ago, and it's happening right now. But what do you guys think?
What?
I think she's on to something. Shout out to Key.Guidance.
Have you seen this movie?
I have not, but I understand.
Like how she described it, right? To me, I'm envisioning like everything all at once. You know how there's multiple timelines, and you're only one version of you, and we're watching that one character hop through the different
parallels.
realms. Yeah, parallels. Yes.
Right, through choices made or whatnot.
But like I understood all that, then I got lost with everything that she was showing on the screen. Wait, everything? Yeah. You like I totally got lost, you know. I'm like, dude, I don't understand this at all. I'm sorry. I'm like,
have you ever seen that symbol next to the cross, the one on the left?
I have seen the symbol next to the cross.
Right.
Yeah, but like, how did she get to that? You know, how did she get to this? Because like up here, the first star I see is like the Jewish star, right? Like the one up there. I'm like, what symbol is that? And then number 9 over here kind of looks like Islam's star, and number 10 over here looks like some other. You know, I'm like, yo, I'm seeing a whole different type of thing. And then
it's Kabbalah.
Like false.
It's
like
Kabbalah.
This is wrong.
Yeah, it's Kabbalah. I forgot what it's called. There's a name for it.
Katara something.
Is that? But there's another
Katara. But I have no idea. It's cute. I'm completely lost. You know, I followed her all the way up to the movie, and then I'm like, okay, cool, and then she lost me. And
no, I get it.
I smile pretty good. I can.
That's good. That's
pretty good.
Freaking awesome. Let's get a gong for that. You know what I mean?
I got this part about symbolism, blah blah blah. But I'm like, yo, what is this crazy thing you're showing me? Tell me the things.
I can see where she's coming from.
Yeah,
like I see her lane and how she's connecting it.
Yeah, other people they've seen the symbol as well. Yeah,
it's like
Anyone here watch a movie called Teeth? Wait, I feel like I've heard about a movie called Teeth about some lady that has. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Teddy, you got to put some work in if you're trying to figure that out. Wow, how? I'm trying to understand here. The One is the one movie you should see. The One is the one movie. I hit buttons, locked myself out. I'm back.
Oh no! Oh, yes. I'm happy you made it back. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So I'm happy you made it back in for sure. Well, so she blurred the line with Catherine and Catherine Cross. Right.
Like
definitely. Yeah, there was a blurred line.
There was something where I got lost, and I'm like, wait, I don't understand like how you went from this to like this, and then I understand the tying of the movie. That was not the issue in me understanding. The issue was like understanding how this is false, or why this is false, or why she seemed insane.
What if I think she's saying, what if the symbol means more than just a symbol of, hidden artifact, and like what if the symbol itself had its own meaning in itself through that.
No, it could. It could. I truly don't know.
I think that was the angle she was coming from.
To me, I look at the diagram and I'm
I
like,
could be wrong.
I know some of these things. Like I see Sun, I see Neptune, Jupiter, Earth, Epsilon, Earth, inner Earth. Like,
well, there's more. Yeah, it's more to that symbol,
right?
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot to this, but like you see the cross.
I would say she pretty much she's saying this symbol connects to gematria.
I had a feeling that's why you understood this too. I had a feeling. I'm like, dude, Q already knows this entire thing. He's like, I'm already seen this.
I was like, how do I say this?
I started this.
Shout outs to the chat. Yeah, the Templars and the Masons. The shit keeps changing, right? But they go together at the same time. They're at the same time. Hit the music, hit the gong for the chat. Thank you so much, y'all, for smoking that being with us tonight.
He's smiling too. That's what they said.
No, it's true. It's occult knowledge. That's what it is.
Oh my god, that's so true.
I agree. It's occult knowledge. It's hidden wisdom.
What's worse than a fart in an elevator? A fart in the space shuttle?
Yikes.
God. They got a $33 million toilet. It'll be fine. Let's suck it out. Suck those farts.
The Red Baron Pizza Cross. Yeah. The Resident Evil Cross.
Oh, snap.
There's more. Hey, moment of silence for Africa Bambata, if you please. Rest in peace, African Bambata.
Wait, you want to be you may already have been and you just don't remember.
Didn't CERN say they destroyed many universes?
They claim to do anything like that. We had to be the ones to figure out that 3 Earths were collapsed in order for us to get to this timeline.
Interesting point.
Back, gotta say hi to Tanya. Let's go. She's nodding.
Shout out to the Down Under. Shout out to Sweden.
Let's go. F Joe Crypto in the building. Nice and clean. Word chat. Chat is going quick.
I love chat. Chat is freaking awesome.
Johnny Lightning in the 80s, and he did a lot of work with left field. I don't think about Johnny Bravo. I'm thinking Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. All right, let's jump to the next one.
Let's go.
Started drinking it like normal. Got to work. I realized something else was left in it after I got into drinking it. And then I looked inside and found a rat. So after I found that out, I vomited. I got sick multiple times, naturally because of what I'd seen inside. I just had ingested that. I just had drunk that. And then I went to talk to my chain of command. They referred me to go to Portsmouth emergency room. And then they confirmed it was a rat. And they confirmed, that I ingested it. They told me that they've never experienced a case like this. And that more than likely with the chemicals that are in Monster, that it should be okay. And that my antibodies should be able to fight it off. But they want to keep close watch on me within the next 48 hours to make sure I'm not vomiting or have a high fever or any side effects to drinking. It's been very traumatic for me. And like I said, I'm never going to be able to drink anything that I can't see again. It's disgusting, dude.
Definitely made him stronger.
And that's what you call rat poisoning.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the monster that killed the rat. It was the drowning. Here I am drinking a Red Bull. I'm like, oh god, where's my rat? But I'm like, yo, I've been drinking rat poison for quite. I'm sorry.
He said he'll never drink out of a can. He can't. That's not clear. Or a bottle that's not clear.
Yeah, now they got to change all the energy drinks to be.
Yo, that's wild. Monster need to cut him a check.
Really? Oh my god. I mean, at this point, I didn't take long for me to figure out he was going to be fine. But I don't know if you know anything about warehouses or where these cans are stored. They're full of rats everywhere. They're peeing on the cans, in the cans. All you're drinking is pee, all right? Everyone's drinking pee. And the faster you realize it, the easier it'll be.
Allegedly.
What do you mean? You don't think your tap water's pee? Get out of here. You think they got all that pee out of there? You think they got all that pee out of there? You believe that, Q?
according to the EPA.
No, those tests are false. You know, they're gonna come out with a new test, and it's gonna come out you were drinking 90% pee, and you're gonna be like Teddy. What?
Yeah.
You please say, yeah, I have some of the world's best water. This one test tells me that test is funded by the people that are giving you the things.
Hey, you make a great point. You know, some of them conditions where these products are being made, you know, is horrific, unsanitary conditions, and anything can fall in the product these days. You're absolutely right. You know,
I'm sorry, the smiles are very real today.
it's cool. I got you.
We're gonna keep it going.
In June of 1950 in New York City, out of nowhere, a man just appears in the middle of 42nd Street. And then a fucking taxi who's driving full speed wipes the guy out. He just appears in the middle of 42nd Street. He looks disoriented. He looks startled. He looks scared. He doesn't know where he is. Boom, taken out by a fucking taxi. Now, you might think that's the end of the story. Something was a little odd with this gentleman. He's dressed like he's from a different time. The guy's got a bowler hat on. He's got shoes with silver buckles on them. Nobody wears that. He's got a black coat. He's got pinstripe pants. Something doesn't add up. Well, the police show up and they search for his ID. This is where it gets kind of weird. They search his pockets and they find out that his name is Rudolph Fentz. Now, Rudolph is dead in the middle of 42nd Street, so they go through his pockets. What they find is what's going to make you question everything you know. First thing they find is a copper token. And this copper token is for a saloon, a drink at a saloon that doesn't exist anywhere. Then they find a bill for care of a horse and carriage dated 1876. And it's from a stable on Lexington Avenue. Then they find money in his pockets. These bills are from the 1800s and they're in relatively good condition. They found a letter postmarked to him from 75 years earlier. They do find a business card with his address on it that does not appear in any city. They end up running into dead ends, like nobody knows what's going on. But one detective was kind of like on this, and he kind of was digging through old dusty records and stuff like that, and he found something. They found a Rudolph Fentz Jr. in a 1930 telephone directory. Turns out the guy died, but his widow was alive. And they talked to her to ask what happened, and she said that her husband's father had mysteriously disappeared in 1876 after going out for a walk one night. Dude was never heard from again. They tracked it down, and there was a cold case from 75 years earlier about a missing man named Rudolph Fentz. This is something that a lot of people with conspiracy theories and government time travel and all that stuff talk about. However, it's from a short story. It's an urban legend.
Shout out to the Stock Guy Twitch with this interesting time traveling story about Rudolph Fentz.
Dude, urban legend? I'm like, yo, this is the next man in Torad, man. Get out of here. It's documented. He found the widow.
Well, we were just talking about collapsing timelines, right? With time traveling, right?
CERN messed up. That's why we got the Mandela effect.
Right.
That's why this guy, poor soul, hopped from one night at a bar to like some crazy 1950 timeline. Oh my God. Imagine he's just like, yeah, I'm just pacing. And then boom, shows up in the 1950s hit by a car. Like, what do you even do? You can't Terminator yourself out of there.
Right.
No robot's going to come rescue you. You're just like, hey, I'm already gone. And all they have is the ID.
It's crazy. It's a fascinating, you know, idea, if you ask me, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I would be a guy that would hop through the portals. You know, if I was on the street like that guy was in the 1840s, yeah, if I see a portal and I'm like, yo, bright light over there, I hop through. But I didn't realize the bright light was a car light, and then boom, I get hit and I can't go back.
Oh, man, that's the wrong light. Don't go to the light.
Don't go towards the light.
Don't go to the light. I think that's what we're saying.
Time travel is real, chat.
Hit the music. Hit the music. Let's get a gong for the chat.
In my short story, yes, it is. He's angry. He's always angry.
You know, you leave your wallet in another year, and like you go to the widow, and you know,
dude, the widow knew more than she knows. Like, she knows there's truth to the story.
that would be an awesome like video game, like Red Dead Redemption 3 type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Back in that day, but it has like time travel and stuff.
Dude, that plot written by itself. You don't even have to come up with.
And that's a plot right there, right?
Yeah.
I could just see it, set in a Red Dead Redemption time. Speaking of timelines, the scientists that keep coming up gone. Oh yeah, we're definitely in that timeline. Well, I think there was like 4 of them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and they all disappear on like hikes or something, and they leave stuff that they normally wouldn't leave behind.
Their Apple Watch, their cell phone. This is the Twilight Zone.
Time doesn't exist. It's just a concept of man used to gauge life.
That's
real.
a great point.
But time does exist. It's just all at once. Like literally, there's future Teddy, past Teddy, now Teddy, just like future Q, past Q, and right now Q, all at once, existing simultaneously. If a third person, like 4D dimensional being, 5D dimensional being, was looking at us, right? It would all be at once. They would see the old Teddy, they would see the past Teddy, they would see the no Teddy.
I think the question is, what is your concept of time?
These are the real questions. At this point, I'm just a manifester that's just
I mean, are we talking, like Chronos,
Dude, if I could handle time like that and be like the owner of it, that'd be wild.
What is your concept of time?
The future is now.
Right.
Now I've got Portal Hopping by the Polish ambassador stuck in my head. Wait, that's a song? Good night, Veronica.
Night, Veronica. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
The military dude in the .38? What? 14 hugs a day. That's not emotional. 15 hugs a day is emotional. You're fine. Too bad we can't really travel in time. It's always now. I was told you can only go into the future, not the past.
You can only go into the future, not the past. You can't throw that joint in reverse.
That's like you going back to be 30, bro. It's not gonna happen. I wish I could be 30. 50 and strong. All right, so many over the years. There's only right now. Those scientists are all people who work on stuff they're gonna use. Yeah, that's true. That's how they hide the things.
They had that Tony Stark technology. That what was it called? Like aluminum or something like that. It was she had a patent on the freaking the metal.
Yeah,
one of those scientists. Yeah, something like that.
I remember that.
And then another one was plasma generation.
Yeah. The plasma generation patent.
Anti-gravity, right?
Yes. Dude, each one of those scientists that disappeared is a big shot in the laser fields as well. So it's like we know.
Right. Has it been confirmed that was the case, or are they still missing?
I believe at the time of we're live streaming, they are still missing.
Okay, there we go. Where did they go?
The aliens took them.
Or did they go to the aliens?
Dude, what now complete 180. What if they are the aliens telling us the things and that's why they know the tech? They're Gerald the Dolphins except on land.
No, that's a great point. Like, listen, man, these people.
You're breaking my mind.
think of the tech that they were working on.
That's so true. That's so true.
Like, it sounds like some real Iron Man stuff.
Oh my god.
Operation Shield.
This is crazy. We're figuring things out here. Welcome to the live stream. If this is your first time here, make sure you
smoke that like. Hit a gong for the chat.
Let's go. Yo, there's been a lot of crazy videos today. This is just amazing.
When they first found petroleum, because they were beginning to make motors and needed on axles of wheels on railroad trains and all that sort of thing, then oil went from just a lubricant to a fuel, and it made it valuable. And Rockefeller happened to be the smartest man in the business at the time. So in order to get the price up, they hit on the idea that they would have to make it appear to be scarce. Yeah. In 1892, there was a convention in Geneva of scientists to determine what organic substances are? Well, the definition of organic is a substance with hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. Rockefeller took advantage of sending some scientists over who said oil, petroleum, is hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. They defined oil as a residue from formerly living matter. Well, that makes it a fossil fuel. And another thing we should know is that there has never been a fossil, a real fossil found below 16,000 feet. We mine oil, or we drill for oil at 30,000, 33,000, 28,000 every day of the week. So right there, we rule it out that it isn't fossil fuel. It's called fossil fuel for the minds of the public to feel that it is an asset that is running out, being depleted. We talk about depletion allowance, which is a lot of, and actually, if you know the world's oil supply, you know that it is not going to run out for an awfully long time. It is the second most prevalent liquid on Earth.
Shout out to Conspiracy Deception. I think this was some old footage from a documentary. I forgot this guy. What's his name? I don't know. But,
I do not know. But shout outs to Rain. He gave me this some of the videos we watched today as well. Like, I am a believer of this being truthful. Like, I don't believe the fossil fuels that we are sold is fossil fuels. I think this is very interesting. I've never seen the documentary. Have you?
I have not. I
feel like there's truth to what this guy's saying, dude. I feel like I'm with this guy.
I feel like this is something you would have caught on PBS, like in '93. You know
and
what
then
I'm
it's
saying?
got like the Freemasons logo over on the left too.
Interesting observation right there.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Crystal. She got to leave early tonight. Much love. Thanks, Crystal, for hanging out.
Oh, all right, let's go. We'll see. Hey, let's see
Most
how we doing for time. You got time?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Is it weird to walk your robot dog like you walk a normal dog?
Yes.
Why? A normal dog can walk. Why can't my robot dog walk?
That's freaking.
That's the exact reason Emily won't let me take Astro outside. Not because the box says don't do it. It's because it's not allowed outside.
It gives me real Black Mirror vibes.
What's gonna happen? What? Next, you're gonna tell me I can't have my AI robot girlfriend on the outside.
Hey, but hey, I don't
I
know.
have no AI robot girlfriend in the works, but wait till Emily does the things, and then boom. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm sure there will be a day when you'll go out to a restaurant one day at a nice restaurant,
happen, right?
and you'll see a human with a robot out on a date.
Completely normal and completely fine, and that robot be working.
Give it 5 years
work
from now.
is robot work.
You know, you make a great point.
Yep. That's why I'm like a very interesting video here.
Very.
People are freaking out after scientists have just discovered a city underneath the pyramids. I'm sorry, what? Italian researchers have used advanced radar technology to literally scan beneath the pyramids of Giza. No digging, no guessing, literally seeing the actual imagery through the world. And well, what they found was nothing short of a massive underground structure. Nice. We're talking huge chambers, multiple vertical shafts, extending thousands of feet below the pyramids. Now, you may remember the research that came out nearly 2 years ago now. First of all, there was a strange gravitational anomaly technology that was found or something, like electrical thing. Then obviously last year there was the groundbreaking news of these like cylinder things going under the pyramid that they thought was God knows what. Now that's still out there, but that's pretty much confirmed to probably not be true. But what this new research has found is that there's definitely something underneath the pyramids, whether it's just an old chamber that's buried very deep below, or it is signs of an ancient civilization, potentially even before the Egyptians. Or maybe the Egyptians wanted to cover up this ancient civilization, so they built the pyramids on top of it. I don't know. But this is why people are literally losing their minds over this whole thing. So this wasn't discovered physically. It was detected by them using something called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography. I just butchered that. I don't even know what that is. Basically, they scan the ground from multiple angles, track tiny frequency shift, and then rebuild a 3D image of what was underneath. Pretty much like a CT scan, but instead of on a person, it's being done on the Earth. And according to the lead engineer who was working on this project, and I quote, hard to doubt what we are seeing. But here's the problem with it all. There's no official excavation, no confirmation on anything yet, just the pure data that has been found. So now everybody's asking, what is actually going on here? Is it actually an ancient hidden complex or civilization under the ground? Because if this is real, then everything we thought we knew about the Egyptians and the pyramids very well could be wrong. I will keep you updated.
Shout out to it's Matt W01. You know, hey, I think there's a lot of information, you know, even going back to that earlier video with them finding the scrolls, you know. I think a lot of this ancient information is really coming up to the surface. What you think?
Dude, 100%. I'm with you. I feel like, we don't know everything that we know, and everything that we thought we know is probably not the truth, you know?
Absolutely. You know, it could really redefine our, you know, education curriculum if more things are discovered, and you never know what, you know, stories it can unveil.
Exactly. And the other point, he's like, hey, there's a city underneath the pyramids. I'm like, there's a lot of things underneath the pyramids, but they're not going to excavate.
Right. Once again, you got this LiDAR technology, you know. It's man, that's insane.
Yeah, it really is. Like one day we'll know, but it won't be probably in our timeline. The lizard people. Bishop says it's the lizard people.
You never know.
Yeah, pyramids are antediluvian tech. That's
I feel. I me personally, I do feel the pyramids are technology in itself.
Ancient,
There's probably a button somewhere you push, or align some freaking brick, you know what I'm saying, with a mirror. Have it reflect and it hits something, you know what I mean, and something unlocks, and like what? Transformers, freaking Optimus Prime is there.
Yo, Joe's thinking miles ahead. He's like, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna have 6 female robots. Oh man, they always working.
That's right. Work. Yeah, they take cash and Bitcoin. Let's go.
You know, that's the only place you can. Bane, what do you mean? What, you gonna do it in the shower like everyone else, and what? Stop it down? No.
Cyberpunk, let's get it. Cyberpunk 2077.
We don't know what we don't know until we know. You know, I know.
Let's go.
What's in the sewers of Denver? You seen the footage? I'm not drawing short straws on it. Wait, what? Have you seen the footage?
Is this recent footage or is this
nonprofit? What are you talking about? I've never heard.
Let us know. Anybody else hear about this?
I have not. People still trying to figure out if the sink's the right place or not. I'm like, no, trust me, the toilet's way easier. Is it sewer gators? Could it be
sewer gators?
209, go get that money.
Remember, there's a movie.
I have no clue what's happening here.
It's great. That's awesome. That's the best part. Shout outs to the chat. Going crazy.
Universal basic income all the way. Obsession coming in with the singer.
WrestleMania seems bleak this year. I agree, Shotgun Chris. I'm hoping for a good show.
WrestleMania is.
It's next week. Absolutely. They need to get it together.
That's the one John Cena's hosting, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, it is.
Fun.
Shout out to John Cena.
Guys, if you're
1 second here, let me fix our layout.
Absolutely.
Assessments here are correct. These are very covert weapons, aren't they?
That's correct. There's no entry or exit wound. How they're designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things.
And you guys also said that these attacks are happening right here in this city. Is that correct?
I mean, there have been some that have gone public with respect to Washington, D.C.
I think it was Mr. Grozev said you spoke to a Russian agent who said that they believe that Americans are using these same weapons on them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Might that have something to do with part of the CIA's motive to cover up the existence of this tech and these weapons?
That is a very logical possibility.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Goldman, for his round of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here. Mr. Grozev, I want to follow up a little bit on the interactions you've had with Russian intelligence about these AHIs. And Mr. Zaid, I want to ask, and this is a hypothetical, but I'm trying to understand why our government would try to block information sharing or conceal information that they have. And one thing that comes to mind is whether there's an operational risk to revealing any of the details of their investigation. Is that something that you have come across in any of your work?
There's a lot of reasons why the information might not be publicly released. And I do think that's something we could address more in a classified environment to explain that. But there are understandable reasons why the US government has not revealed much of what it knows.
There's some long-term things that needs to be done in terms of new acts. But in the short term, we need to do things like implement the original Havana Act. DOD still hasn't done it. They still have not implemented the Havana Act. And we need a VA diagnostic code. Thanks to the VFW brothers and sisters that are here today and for your meeting earlier, we don't have a VA diagnostic code for the 500 some DOD survivors. How are they going to get long-term care and disability without that?
Yeah. Well, I hope this issue you see in a room that is often contentious, explosive, volcanic, that you've got members on both sides who first honor and salute the victims and want to do everything we can to make sure that they're made whole, and if they can return. And then, of course, as the victims have.
They want to talk about it in a classified situation.
Are we allowed to see this footage?
I mean, this is one from 2024. It's Homeland Security Committee doing some type of panel.
Yeah, but
right?
are they openly tell us the things without?
Well, this is public information, right? That's why he said we can discuss more in a classified
manner,
right?
They also did the same thing with the UAP and alien rhetoric. They're like, I can't tell you this stuff, but talk to me and I'll tell you.
Yeah, why can't we just address it right here? Because it'll become public information, and if the public finds out about certain things.
Dude, it's like a congressional record thing, like Melania was hitting. It needs to be on the record, otherwise no one's going to remember or believe. But who's going to actually check the record? The only things checking the record in the future will be AI. I say, oh yeah, there's some record in the congressional record that says this did happen. Oh my God, this is wild. This is wild.
It's very familiar. It's very similar to what Sabrina Wallace talks about, right? And how in her research and with certain documents that are unclassified, right, it points to the question being true to an extent, allegedly.
No,
right?
I have never heard of this.
Never heard of Sabrina Wallace?
No, at least talking about the document even.
Shout out to Sabrina Wallace. Let's get it going for Sabrina Wallace. She's a legend.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Wallace.
Oh, wait, I do know this. Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
her.
she makes content all the time.
This is what she's talking about, and this is an actual hearing regarding that matter.
Oh
Sabrina Wallace.
God.
That's right, Mumsy.
The energy harvesting and stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. This is wild. Let me see here. Check in with the chat real quick.
What up, chat? Thank you so much for smoking that like. I see you.
Interesting.
Yes, Sabrina Wallace is a legend. I agree, Shotgun Chris.
Yeah,
And
there's a whole nother level. Yeah.
she is criminal element.
Everyone knows. Yep.
She ain't no joke.
Sabrina Wallace knows the things. There we go.
She'll let you know that life is a movie.
Part of the show in the end.
I'm sure at the end of the day, right?
Coming up right now. Let's go, Junkyard.
Shout out to Junkyard Groves.
Did you check your Discord? Someone asked for the Discord for the thing. I will put it in the chat as well in case you missed it. What up?
What up?
Look at the back. Always look at the front and the back because you never know what you're going to get.
It's a fact, Joe. It's a fact.
Something very strange may happen if you go to read a book you remember reading years ago. You will find that the book you're reading includes modern references that couldn't have been there when you read it the first time. That is a thing publishers are doing now. They are quietly updating older books to add modern references. So here is a random example that readers just noticed. You may have heard of the TV show Pretty Little Liars. Well, that was based on a YA novel series. The first book came out in 2006, so included mid-2000s pop culture references, including a reference to the TV show Fear Factor, which is still around, but it was a big deal back then. Specifically, the line was, "Do you guys want to come over and watch Fear Factor? Don't you want to see when they eat the bugs?" If you go get a copy of Pretty Little Liars right now, that has been updated to say, "Do you guys want to come over and watch this TikTok I found? This guy is doing this challenge where he eats bugs." That's right. They didn't just update the pop culture reference. They updated it to something that doesn't make any sense at all. Specifically, inviting your friends to come over to your house to watch a TikTok. And that is such a perfect example of the problem with trying to update books like this, because it creates a domino effect. The things that happen in this story would play out very, very differently in a world with smartphones and TikTok. But it comes from a fear that young readers will not be able to read a period piece, something that's from a different era. And the crazy thing is, I have gotten asked about this, not from my publisher, but from readers saying, "Aren't you worried that a lot of the pop culture references from your first book are out of date now?" A lot of these jokes are going to make sense to somebody who wasn't around in the early 2000s. And man, I just don't get it, because the whole point of reading fiction is to experience a world that you're not necessarily a part of, whether the thing takes place in another country or in another subculture or in another time. When I was a teenager, I used to read old books from Douglas Adams or P.G. Wodehouse. They were full of old British references, some of which I didn't get, and it was fine. That was part of the joy of being transported to another world. And the core elements that make a story great are timeless. So even something that's aimed at younger readers, I feel like you have to trust them to be able to get around this. I really believe that kids are smarter than you think.
This guy seems angry.
I mean, yeah, it's just the way the story goes.
I'm like, he's an author, right? You know about his background?
Well, I really don't, but I can understand what he's trying to say.
So he's an author. He has published books, and most of the time he makes content to like talk about his author. And
it's like when you're in school and you're reading like Catcher in the Rye,
yeah,
or Mark Twain.
Or Shakespeare, right?
Shakespeare, right? It's like, what the
You're not going out of your way to read Shakespeare, bro.
But some of the things that's described in Shakespearean time, we don't understand. You got to go to a professor.
Right.
What did they mean by, you know what I mean? Unless
that symbolism actually means that, like, hey,
right,
the wolf was actually a thing. I'm like,
okay. Or it could be a certain type of wheelbarrow or something they use at a well to fetch water.
And the well was never even a well to begin with. The well was a reference to something else. It's like, what?
Buggy,
Right. Right.
That's what the buggy needed.
I'm at the point of like, hey, if you're an author in our current timeline, you got to adapt with the editions. Just like how the Scholastics, hey, there's an edition every year. You're going to have a new edition of your novel because guess what? If you rely on that paperback selling and assume that people are still buying books off the shelves at Barnes and Noble, no,
Yeah,
it ain't realistic. Everyone's doing digital. That's the way.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know, the only hard copies left is what I'm seeing is like when you go to Walmart, you still see like DVDs, still see venues.
Yep.
The bins, right? You know what I mean? Hard copy, Xbox games and stuff like that.
Yes.
But that little section right there, even books is in that section.
Yeah, dude, it's a bin. The books are gonna turn into bins, and then when they run out of books, they're like, "All right, everything's digital now. We can do all the editing." All the misinformation so much easier to edit once it's digitized.
That's a fact.
Let's see here for time. I got only a few more minutes here, but we should be good. I'm gonna go through these.
In that 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills in the home of Clyde Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston, I said it. His days are numbered. And there were rappers there from all over the country. They were invited to the home of Clyde Davis, along with members of the CIA, FBI, which they didn't understand why the government was there, including many directors and CEOs of the private prisons throughout the United States was at that meeting in the mansion of Clyde Davis. And they were telling these rappers, you need to create songs talking about killing police, calling black women bees and hoes. You need to get more nasty so we can fill our prisons that we're building. Okay.
You know what's crazy during that time? I can recall when that gangster music came into play.
That's it.
And how they, I don't know if the guys rapping it really knew, but they created the atmosphere.
Yes.
But it went from, I remember guys wanting to wear like the African chains around their neck and dancing and the haircuts, flat tops, Kid and Play, Kwame, to the really thugged out and just the gang stuff. And I can recall going into like liquor stores or different places, and all they had was blue and red rags.
Right.
It was just like that stuff was on program.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. For entertainment purposes
Nowadays,
only.
to me, is the prisons is like a Ponzi scheme of sorts, or like some type of place that people are congregating and planning the things. It doesn't sound like the prison's a bad thing in this aspect.
I mean, we're talking bad joke. Are we talking states or feds? You know what I'm saying? No.
Oh God, yes, I know what you're saying. No, I just mean like as in the business of the prison. Like I understand, hey, they got to fill the prison, and this is the unfortunate things that they're having to go through. But like the grand scheme of things, the way this guy talks about the federal prison system, I'm like taking a step back, and I'm like, high level, what's happening here? This is wild.
Ice Cube did an interview a while back. I think he did it with Bill Maher. I can't say his last name. It's like a talk show host. You ever seen that interview? Bill Maher and Ice Cube, pretty much saying that the same people who owns the record companies own the prisons. So he's one of the actors who do speak about that. Shout out to Ice Cube.
And the artists that go to prison and then become like super famous with their music is even wilder. Like XXXTentacion, who literally went to prison and comes back out, and his music is like slapping even harder than before. But he flat out says the things.
Well, no one came out of prison and hit like Tupac Shakur.
Oh, what? Gucci Mane? Didn't he also Gucci Mane now?
He did as well.
Yeah. Dude, there's a few. Like, it's like, dude, prison is like, they like either changed completely or like.
Shout outs to all the homies locked down, especially if you're watching us. Yo, keep your head up.
Yeah. I was gonna play.
Shout out to the chat for being here tonight. Friday night. It's Friday.
Oh man, they play. It's Friday at Kyra's daycare now, so it's like she comes in and she's like, "It's Friday, gotta get." I'm like, "Wait, whoa, Kyra, how do you know the song?" And then like they play it at the daycare. Like, oh,
Right.
I'm like, of course, Rebecca Black's still getting it, bro. Great, you glad you caught alive. R.I.P. Tupac. To some, he's still alive. R.I.P. Success. To some, they're still alive. To my hubby, lockdown. Okay, fair.
Great point, Bane.
The system we live was built off of biblical laws. Yeah, a lot of people do correlate those together.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Dude, King, 100%.
Pour out a little liquor to all the dead homies and all the homies that are doing life right now. Hey, yay! Shout out to King.
A lot of people doing their part and pouring the things. Going to pour me an Irish whiskey. There you go, dude.
Yee. Nice.
Tequila Blanco for me. Okay, we all did.
Okay.
Turn out.
Turn up. It's lit.
Pour out my rat poison.
No monster.
Yeah. Let me quickly fix our layout here. Give me 2 seconds. Boop. Update. Boop. Boop. One more boop. And
literally demonic parasitic entities attached to so many people walking in Tokyo, and it's in certain areas where they latch onto you, they attack. There's black sorcerers, there's magicians doing dark energy rituals to harvest your energy. This is happening in every single major center in Tokyo. You think it's fake? Watch the anime. It's real.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea. This is hot. And if this is the way you decide to wake people up in your algorithm, this is not the right way, bro. I'm sorry.
Yo.
What was he? What? Tokyo?
Hey, Chakra. Yo, shout out to Tokyo. I never been there, but I don't know what anime he's talking about.
Parasitic entities.
He could have watched. Yo, I don't know. Like just.
Yo, this guy maybe something going on. Like, is he just describing an anime and it's out of context?
I think
we're gonna skip over this one, and even though we saw the full thing.
I think something he saw got a little real.
He's like the lady on the plane. That person right there is not real. Watch the anime.
Questo basta, no? Un affresco con lo stesso oggetto dal mondo falso, lo stesso dal giorno del stato, mentre magari lo fa.
Okay.
Very interesting. Hey,
I was hoping the horse would be a unicorn.
Shout out to Obsession. My bad. I'm hearing Ghostwire Tokyo. Criminal Element says Demon City Shinjuku. As far as the anime that guy might have been talking about.
Like Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah. I've heard of Ghostwire Tokyo.
What
Demon City Shinjuku. I gotta see that.
I've never heard of this.
I gotta get my anime game up.
Yes. The only anime I know is Naruto.
I want to see what this guy is watching for sure.
Yeah. Dude, is there anything that they learned from this, or it's just like, hey, we have a painting and that's it? Because now,
to be honest,
find this painting. Did they find an older painting behind this?
I'm be honest, it looks too wet. It looks freshly paint, like fresh paint. Like it doesn't look.
And
like
why is it on a hinge? Like it's part of the tour.
Where's the dust? Right? Wouldn't it be a little more dusty? Maybe a protective plastic or something, because it's ancient.
Chuck Biker doesn't believe 380 years either. Yeah, just like you. It looks too fresh. It looks too
fresh,
right, isn't it?
Look at that blue. I mean, that's that. That's that Bob Ross, sky blue.
Yes. Oh my God.
I know that blue.
Time will only tell.
Let's talk about the most recent reset.
Up until the early 1900s, French was the universal language of the elites. That is why the man on the $100 bill spent the time during the American Revolution in France securing support. Many of the main characters in the American Revolution were French and part of the French Revolution. There is no revolution without the French. The American and French revolutions are one ongoing event. These are a slave uprising, an overthrow of the swarthy leadership. That is why Ben Franklin didn't consider the French or the Germans to be white. Look. And the British leadership at the time was German. Look. So-called mulatto or quadroon. The revolutions were a campaign to erase the dark-skinned history. Britain, like all of Europe, was brown until the Anglos and West Asians moved into the system. Napoleon and the revolutionaries were slaves that didn't want to cede power and land back to the swarthy European leadership. That's why the Louisiana Territory transferred hands so rapidly, just to keep it away from the swarthy leadership. They might have been from different countries, but their genetic status as slaves formed their alliance. The Napoleonic Wars and the War of 1812 were an extension of this slave revolt. This invasion only led to the destruction of more cities and more history. This was a time of nearly biblical events. Look, bringing us to Tecumseh's curse. And so much history was wiped out. This led to the creation of a central bank and expansion of war in the Western Hemisphere. The Napoleonic Wars and the War of 1812 bankrupted Britain and the Rothschilds took over. And it's just like now, you get a fake election fixed by the guy that started the invasion of 1812. And they had their own Epstein files back then. And also a pandemic that wiped people out and cleared out the cities. More biblical level signs unfold as the fallen expand and more take form. And then all the patents for the inventions get destroyed in 1836. At least all the important or X patents and all their models. This led to widespread theft and false exaltation. They disguised it as hyper innovation. This technology wasn't invented, it was found and reverse engineered. Even nuclear power is ultimately just steam power. And steam cars existed in the 1600s. Technology was actively downgraded, what they call crippleware, for planned obsolescence. The Great Eastern was part of a downgrading program, and today it's the law to block innovation. Another celestial crossroads, and just like now, people ran off grid to make communities in the 1840s. And biblical type plagues stymie westward expansion, and by this point, slave uprisings spread throughout the world. Another president feels the curse? Look, like clockwork, like a simulation. Then the slaves start pushing the people that helped them steal the country from the aboriginals more to the west. No honor amongst thieves. And then more massive erasure of the history. And then we get the natural reset that the slaves were preemptively positioning themselves for with these wars, leading us right into the era of the Lincoln lies and the fake Civil War. And then you get another destruction of all the patents. So all the art was stolen and whitewashed. Cities were destroyed and evacuated. Look, history was photoshopped, and history was inverted, reversed, and reset.
Look. Shout out to Taylor Durden. Yeah, there's a lot. It's one of the things you gotta like play back and stop and catch those.
I have never heard this theory, the melanin theory of like, I didn't even know, like, I understand. So there are people that say like slavery never happened or something, or Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman isn't real. I've heard all the crazy things, but this is like a whole different take that I guess I haven't kept up with.
You know, what I get out of this the most is steampunk.
You
know what I'm saying?
Like it's an era.
Yeah, he said eras of steam powered like automobiles.
Yeah.
I think like Batman Returns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lost. Right.
Yeah.
They come back with like, hey, check out this new stuff. It's just redisguised as like new stuff with
right. The technology they was using back then. Right. You know what I mean? Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's right about the melanin portion of this portion, but like the rest of the history that he dives into, I'm kind of like spot on. I feel like, yeah, there could be truth to that. That could be why. And I'm also a person that believed like, hey, slavery wasn't just one race, because as an Indian, Indians were slaves as well. You know, hey, we were brought to Guyana as slaves. So like, it's like, dude, I don't think it's any specific. I think everyone in the grand scheme of things potentially could have been, unless
we're all slaves now.
Yeah,
you know
all part of the system. Unless you're a Rockefeller.
We in this grid. You know, you got money in your wallet. You know,
got money in my crypto wallet.
Everything, right? That's
yes.
You know? So,
yeah, let me see here. All right, I got 3 more videos. Let's see.
Sure.
Hey, Cuculcán enojado.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. You need to take that.
What was it? A little dust storm, a little
Dust
tornado?
storm at Chichen Itza. I've been here with my wife. It is definitely windy
Nice.
area.
Can we get a gong for that? Yeet.
Yes, definitely.
Word.
Hey, yo, love Chichen Itza. Love the entire history behind it as well.
Sweet.
It is definitely a puzzle. You know, one of the things that I recently found out about this is that some people believe that Chichen Itza was reconstructed in our current timeline to like fake the things, and in fact the meaning and the way that it is shown to us is not in fact how it was during the ancient times. So they're saying that it's been restructured or recreated in a way where we can't tell. You know, similar to like how Stonehenge was moved from its original location, but people still feel like, oh, the Stonehenge where it is now is the original. It's like, nah, dude, it probably needs to go back to the original to figure out how it really works.
That's probably how it activates.
You see?
Exactly.
But yeah, I went into Chichen Itza wanting to believe like it was built by aliens or like some type of thing. That was like early Teddy, before Teddy even had a YouTube.
Nice,
like, me and
nice.
my wife were just reacting without the internet at that time. And so we went there and we're like, dude, everything seems normal. They have enough evidence of the civilization, and they even have evidence of the civilization continuing. They didn't just disappear, right? They were like, hey, they just merged into the populace around and they migrated into different areas. They didn't just disappear.
Look at that.
That was different.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah.
115 and hold steady. All right. It didn't blow up yet.
Oh, by the way, meet the aerial film crew. I just thought this was a cool shot. Oh, yeah, I'm getting shocked right now. This time I just used the electroscope as a quick voltage check.
Woo! Now that's a few thousand volts right there.
All right, let's see if there's enough current to make this Franklin bell work.
Oh, dude!
Freaking working, buddy! Yeah. It's a really cool process. The aerial wire places a positive charge on this can, which then influences the foil ball to deliver electrons from the grounded can, which is directly connected to Earth. The clouds finally opened up, so I connected up the corona motor. Like before, one side was connected to ground, while the other was attached to the aerial wire. And after just a few seconds, hey, she's spinning! This is just remarkable. It never really spun that fast, but I just sat and enjoyed the miracle. I mean, I quite literally was siphoning energy straight from the atmosphere. This motor was operating off of several kilovolts, which you could actually hear if you stopped the motor and brought your finger near the aerial wire. That's the sound of coronal discharge. Not long after, the wind started kicking.
You believe this one?
I kind of do.
I'm kind of with it too. I feel like we've heard enough of the ether. You know, when I first watched this, I think early on, I was kind of like, hey, that wire's not connected or anything. And it was more detailed, the first version of this.
Yeah.
But like this version is a nice synopsis. And I'm like, bro, maybe there is reality to this. Maybe
Listen,
this can be harnessed.
I've seen people plug in, odometers into trees. I've seen light bulbs turn on from people plugging into trees type stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like they'll be out and they're holding the light bulb in like thin air. And it's like, dude, how is this light on right now?
They put that joint up in,
Yeah.
right there in the dirt by the root. And that,
you touch the tree and then boom, the tree's like automatically. Yeah, I've seen that.
I think, I think this is great information. This is the next set of information that's going to lead into the future. It's not, everyone's talking about AI, but no, people who begin to develop this technology and recreate it, and say Tesla's classified information becomes public somehow, or some genius comes along and reproves some theories. Yo, it's on. It's on.
The Dyson sphere of technologies is what we need.
You know, I mean, just imagine what it could do.
Yeah. I got one more video. Want to check in with the chat, or one more video, then check in with the chat?
One more video, then check in with the chat.
Fair.
This is the story of Project Prometheus. The God helmet wasn't just wires and magnets. It was a key, a crude lockpick for the hidden architecture of the mind. When the coils hummed, subjects described unzipping reality at the seams. It wasn't just hallucinations. It felt as though they had tuned into layers of existence normally sealed away. The government called it Project Prometheus. On paper, neuroelectrical research into soldier resilience. Off the record, forced glimpses of the divine and the eternal. What the subjects saw, the light travelers. Some wore the helmet and reported their bodies dissolving into radiant threads. They floated in endless lattices of gold, greeted by luminous figures who radiated pure compassion. These light beings whispered messages of unity, forgiveness, and cosmic oneness. When the sessions ended, these subjects often became unrecognizably different, serene, detached from petty worries, obsessed with ideas of universal love. They couldn't go back to ordinary life. But then, the opposite, the dark side. Others were dragged into shadow. Their visions weren't angelic but oppressive. Towers of smoke, crawling figures, the feeling of being watched by an intelligence older than humanity. They described architects of fear, entities feeding on their terror. These subjects emerged unstable, haunted, convinced they had glimpsed to the engine of hell itself. A smaller fraction saw both. Their sessions began in bliss, soaring through crystalline cities of light, only to collapse into darkness, where angelic forms warped into grotesque, mocking faces. These participants often fractured, oscillating between euphoric mania and crushing paranoia. After the helmet, the visions didn't stay locked to the lab. Long after the electrodes were unplugged, subjects reported bleed-through. Light subjects claimed to still see the beings shimmering at the edges of reality, offering guidance. They glow with unusual calm, sometimes reporting their very bodies radiated heat or static charge in moments of focus. Dark subjects reported the opposite: sleep paralysis, whispers in the night, shapes that followed them into mirrors. Some vanished from the program altogether, institutionalized or quietly transferred. A classified note in one leaked report allegedly read, "Exposure produces permanent reorganization of consciousness. Subjective experiences range from beautiful enlightenment to irreversible psychotic fracture. Recommend indefinite suspension of protocol unless controllable filters can be devised." Terrifying part wasn't just what people saw, it was the consistency. Subjects who never spoke to one another drew eerily similar sketches of the entities. The light beings, tall, faceless, radiant figures with arms like branching trees. The dark ones, jagged silhouettes with too many eyes, or shadows that dripped black tar. The government couldn't decide which was worse, that the helmet created hallucinations so strong they rewrote the brain forever, or that it really did tune people in to some hidden broadcast of the cosmos, one that revealed we share a universe with things our eyes were never meant to see. The project officially shut down, equipment mothballed, data sealed, but insiders say a handful of helmets were never destroyed. A few scientists kept working, convinced they could separate light from dark, refine the signals, and harness the experience. And every so often, a story bubbles up of a soldier who speaks in riddles about golden cities, or a former test subject who swears she can feel the hum of the coils at night, drawing her in to the current of beings that live just one frequency away. What do you guys think? Is this possible? Could it be real? Let me know in the comments.
I think it would be possible.
Yeah, I feel like it would be possible as well. But I'm like, yo, who's wearing this helmet? Who's the fur? You know, why are you inclined to wear the helmet unless it's your job? Like, I feel like I wouldn't go out of my way.
I would think it would be more like, I'm thinking more like experiments, you know, classified underground experiments, like Montauk Project stuff, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I hear kids potentially coming my way. Oh, we got people. All right. We're at the end anyway. 1 second here.
Clockwork Orange. That was awesome.
I guess my kid must have woken up. 1 second. Let me check in with the chat, and then we are out of here.
Thank you so much, chat, for hanging out with us tonight on this Friday. You guys were awesome. Do I believe in ghosts? Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Shotgun Chris once again.
I'll try the helmet. Yes, if I miss anything. Oh, someone put a message here. Here, check this out.
Shout out to Mumsy. I look forward to these lives every week. I really appreciate the long lives and effort you both put into being here and the chat. Peace, love, and kindness from the Down Under. Thank you so much, Mumsy. Shout out to the Down Under. Peace and blessings. Yeah. Shout out to you, chat, as well. You guys are awesome.
Teddy and Q. Yes, appreciate all of you guys. I will see. Oh, next week I will be in a different location than this, but we should still be live at 7 p.m. as normal. So hopefully we'll see you then. But yeah, have a great
enjoy the rest of your Friday. Much love.
Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye.
There are moments when something enters our world uninvited. A light in the sky, a signal in the dark, a crash that leaves no official record. And when those moments are quietly erased, there are still those who remember.
Appointed, they are not announced. They do not wait for permission. They go where the story ends and the truth begins. This is where they look closer.